Hey guys, it's MadameWario. Welcome back to more of Animal Crossing City Folk New Pimp. We're back on Friday with Madam, and we are approaching the very end of the project. This is the third from last episode. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I feel like I'm not done, yet I feel like I've been playing this game forever. Um, which I guess is true, I'm not done, but I feel like I've got like a month to go. It's crazy. And then I think, oh, I'll do this in another episode. And then I'm like, wait a second, there are only 2 more episodes to go after this. And tomorrow's episode marks my favorite number. So, I'm super happy about that. Am I super happy it's ending? As I've said multiple times this past week, you know what? I'm relieved, but at the same time, I will miss this. I always think, oh, it's gonna be, so relaxing to have time off, and then it's like after I haven't played it for, YouTube for about a month, it's like, oh my god, I miss it. So, yeah, I don't know. It just, kind of depends. But we've talked about different features in the game every day this week, and I said we were going to go to the city with every single character, and then I didn't end up going to the city with Pinky. So we're going to be going to the city with Pinky today to make up for it. By the way, I just bought that blue dresser for Coconut and Coconut's house. Now I'm looking for bluish wallpaper. I'll buy that one that we looked at first if it's good. Gooba, you don't need in my closet. Gooba's here. She was sleepy, but as soon as I start talking, she's like, I need to talk too. So, anyway, I've gotten a couple requests of things to talk about. So I'm going to talk about the clothing feature in this game first. And then, I think I want to talk about just Nooks, and shopping experiences with Nooks. Which, it comes down to very minor things with that subject that make differences in each game, but it's still something I think we could talk about. So anyway, I'll start with clothing because we're going here. In Animal Crossing GameCube, I think it's really easy to make the clothing with, what is this? What is that? Oh my god, that's adorable! It's like Princess Leia. I've gotta have it. But anyway. Now, hey, there's an island shirt. Oh well. So yeah, in GameCube version, it's easy with the controller to make different custom patterns. However, the pattern you make is copied onto the front, back, well, just front and back of... What? Sahara, hi. It's copied onto the front and back of the outfit, so it can look really weird if, like, you try to make, like, the MadameWario outfit. It doesn't really work. So, basically, what you have to do is just go buy a pattern that can be... It'll look good on either side. Which kind of sucks. And wait, is it Alice's birthday today? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. We've got to get her a present. I'll get her a shirt. Anyway, it's nice. I mean, but like these patterns, they just copy directly onto the back, which isn't a big deal. Those would look fine because they're striped, but again, like the MadameWario pattern, it doesn't work. If you had the overalls in front, they just show up in back, which can get inconvenient, and, but it's just kind of something you have to deal with more than anything. Let's buy Alice this island shirt. I have, like, no money. I need to find the money rock. I've given all my money to Pinky. But anyway, there's also the feature where you can use your Game Boy Advance. You can hook it up to the GameCube and get even easier controls that way. It's kind of just an inconvenient thing to do, though. I think that, that was kind of just a feature they added so you'd buy the link to your Game Boy Advance. I mean, also the island was kind of reason for that, which the island was pretty cool, but, you know, why was it necessary to have the Game Boy Advance for that? It wasn't, but, you know, that's just what they did. Is Alice not home on her own birthday? Oh well, we'll find her. So I thought, you know, that's kind of weird that they had that and it didn't really make any difference on the pattern. Wild World, same thing. Your pattern just ended up getting copied, you know, front and back, no matter what it was. And, but I have to say, with the stylus, I almost didn't like the controls as much. It was almost harder to control. What am I doing? It was almost harder to control just because, like, touch screens can be iffy with that kind of stuff because you'll touch one space and it'll, you know, mark the 3 around it. It'll fill in the 3 around it, and then you're like, it's not what I wanted to do. But, I mean, it was basically just like GameCube, except you could make more than just 8 patterns because you could store them at the Able Sisters. I don't believe you can store patterns at the Able Sisters in GameCube version, unfortunately. So that was just kind of something they did. City Folk definitely has the best, I would have to say. The point and direct is kind of like the stylus. It can get kind of iffy and difficult to work with. That's the one thing I have against it. I wish you could use like a GameCube controller for that. There she is. But yeah, other than that, I definitely would say City Folk has the best because you can manipulate the sleeves, each sleeve individually, the back and the front, so outfits can become a lot more detailed. And then if you wear it as like a hat or something, then it's just like in the GameCube version. It just copies. So I would definitely say that the City Folk version is the best. Between GameCube and Wild World, they're kind of the same. I mean, just because it's just like the same thing, except Wild World you can store items, which I guess could be better, but I don't like the stylus method, even though you can use the control pad. I don't know, it just depends. Stop bawling! Come here if you want to be a part of the video! Shut up, Gooba! Anyway, so that's how I feel about the Able Sisters. As we go to the city with Pinky, I will talk about, Aw, yay! We're gonna get... Well, I kinda wanna find this, and then we'll end the video with Pinky going to the city. You know what, I'll probably just cut to, Aw, well sweet, we got all 3. Yeah, I'll probably just cut to when Pinky's in the city. But that's how I feel about the Able Sisters. I absolutely love how, for Gracie Grace, you don't have to deal with her anymore of getting clothing. Like, you can go to her store and buy her designs, which I like much better than the GameCube version, I have to admit. Now please don't... There we go. You're staring at a wall. How smart of you. You have 3! Alright. So yeah, I'll definitely talk about... Aw, cute! Well thank you, Sahara. You're cute. You look like lamb chop. Let's go check this out, and then I'll switch to Pinky so I can talk about Nooks, and so we can go to the city and possibly see Pinky, and I'll actually see her for real this time. You know me! Pinwheels excite me, as do my colors. Not really much more I can say about that. Alright, let's test this wallpaper first, and then I will switch. Well... Is this supposed to be special? Whatever. Sahara, I don't like you anymore. You give me crap for wallpaper. Alright, well, alright, I'll be right back with Pinky. See you in a second. Okay, guys, we're back with Pinky in the city, and there's a skunk here. What the F? Yeah, it's probably supposed to be a squirrel, but to me it looks like Pepe Le Pew. So yeah, we're finally visiting the city with Pinky. I forgot when we were playing, bug catching, because I was so focused and like really into that conversation, and so yeah, I just totally spaced going to the city. Oh, I love Gracie Grace. It has become my new favorite store in the game, and speaking of which, it's time to talk about Tom Nook. So I think that it's most time consuming to get Nookingtons in Animal Crossing City Folk because it doesn't work the same as in the other two games. The first way I ever got Nookingtons in GameCube version was through just buying enough stuff. And, that point system, even when you sell stuff, whatever. My sisters and I, since we all bought stuff from there like crazy because we were all three obsessed with the game, well, it just caused, the points to go way up, a lot of money to be invested, and, like, we had never had anyone visit from another town, and we got Nookingtons. It was upgraded. So it could be done with money, but getting back to quick upgrades, the quickest way to get upgraded was to have another town on a different memory card and have somebody from that town visit and purchase something from Nook's current shop, which I believe is either is Nook Away or Nook and Go. I think it's Nook Away though. But yeah, so it's easiest to do that. Same thing with Wild World. If you have somebody visit, you'll get Nookingtons. You will also get it from just buying a ton of crap like I do. But, if somebody visits, you get it really, really fast. I thought it was that way in this game just because I assumed it would be the same or similar. And it's not. You actually just have to wait, like, you have to get all the upgrades just by earning them through, again, buying items and selling items, and then it takes a specific amount of time. Like, you have to have your town for like 2 months or something before you'll finally get the upgrade to Nookingtons. So yeah, it's a lot different in this game. I feel like it's a pretty legit way to get Nookingtons to begin with, just waiting and having your town for long enough to where that can be built and paying enough on your loan and blah blah blah. Like, that all makes sense to me. I believe this is from Lou's house, by the way. So as far as upgrades go, I think it's fair game in all three. As far as Nookington the shop goes, I have to say I like it best in Wild World. GameCube version, I think I like GameCube version's music the best. That music is fantastic. I love the tone of it. It's so cute. It sounds so fancy, like with its little intro. So I love the music the best in If you're rich, don't pack your wallet full of dough. Anyway, yeah, if you're going by music, GameCube version definitely has the best. I believe the music's the same in both City Folk and Wild World version, which is not as exciting. It's still cute, but it's not as dramatic, I would say. But GameCube versions also sells the clothes in it, which clothes didn't used to be sold in the Able Sisters back in GameCube version. I forgot to talk about that. That's something I kind of like. I do like when the clothes are for sale in the Able Sisters. Instead it was just like one outfit, or, it eventually became like 4 or 5 outfits in Nookingtons. But anyway, I'm glad they changed that in the later versions. So Nookington's basically just a big shop, in GameCube version. In Wild World, it also has the Shampoodle, or whatever. So yeah, Harriet is also in Wild World's Nookingtons. She doesn't have her own shop, but it's featured in that game there. And right next door, no matter what, is the Able Sisters shop. So you have everything right there. So I love the setup in Wild World best, I would have to say. Nookington's here in City Folk. It's kind of just like, it's kind of like, GameCube version. Which, I mean, they're both close call. I like both of them. I have no problems with both of them, but when it comes down to my preference, I would definitely prefer Wild Worlds. And I wish they didn't take the raffle out of Nook's shop. Nook used to have that raffle at the end of the month where you could win a prize, and that was so cute. I loved that, and you got the tickets for it. Oh, I loved that feature. I wish they wouldn't have taken that out, but, you know, maybe they'll add it back in. You never know. But I'm actually out of time. I guess we're not going to see the real Pinky today. We'll try one more time. And, so yeah, next episode is my favorite number and a tribute to my favorite person. So, number 64 is next, and after number 65 ends the entire Let's Play. Also, my bio will be tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. This has been MadameWario saying peace out.